Hi guys, what is up? It's girl Karen aka Kate, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to part 12 of rating every single holiday gift set sold at Sephora. We are finally on the body care category. We are so close to the end. I can feel it. I can feel it. I thought I'd do something a little bit different for this video. I'm actually going to be getting ready while I'm talking about all these different holiday sets. Honestly, I'm getting tired of just sitting here talking at you guys. Like, I want to be doing something while I'm talking. This is the cutie little makeup look that I did on camera today. If you also have to get ready, let's get ready together. The first set is from Rare Beauty. What a fun coincidence because I'm using the Rare Beauty Brow Gel right now. This is the Mini Fine Comfort Awaken Confidence Body Gift Set. I actually have the full sizes of both of these products in this kit. If you aren't familiar with Rare Beauty's body products, then let me give you some insight. The Awaken Confidence line is going to be very peach centered, but it's not straight peach. It's not overly peachy. It is very dimensional, I would say. The hair and fragrance mist actually has a little bit of oil inside of it, so it's going to be more hydrating than most body mists. From this, you can see this top layer is all oil, and in the bottom of the bottle, there are two metal balls to help mix it all together. Now, personally, I love how this smells. I love the atomizer, but I'm just not the biggest fan of having an oil in the body mist, especially because it's supposed to be a hair and body mist, and if you spray this in your hair, it's going to get oily. Let's talk about the body cream though. It has a very interesting texture. It's light and fluffy and bouncy, but it still delivers a punch when it comes to hydration. It almost has that like whipped dimethicone feeling. However, it's not fully dimethicone-esque, if that makes sense. It still very much feels like a body butter. I would say it's more along the lines of a whipped body butter. Ooh, I forgot how good that smells. So this was a $38 value, and originally this was retailing at $28, but now it's $19.60. So less than less than 20 bucks for two minis, I would say is pretty great. I think the scent is unique. It's not your average peach scent, and in all honesty, it doesn't really smell much like peaches to me. Like, yes, there's a hint of peach, but it's not overpowering. It's not like the entire scent. For what you get, the quality of products and the price point, I'm gonna rate this one a 4. All right, next we're moving on to Sol de Janeiro. This is the Double Date Mini Discovery Duo Sampler Set. You get two minis in here. The first one is the iconic Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, and then the second one is a mini perfume mist, and that is of Cheirosa 59, which is my favorite scent from Sol de Janeiro, and this is unfortunately not the size that comes in the kit. This is the full size. Bum Bum Cream is in Cheirosa 62, which is their most popular scent. That one is very caramel, pistachio, very sweet centered, whereas this one is a little bit more warm. There are more floral notes in here, like violet. There's a hint of vanilla. Personally, I would say this one is a little bit more sophisticated than 62. The Bum Bum Cream is going to be very thick and hydrating. It's a true body butter in my opinion. I do have my full size one here, so I'll give you a texture shot in the minute, but I also was able to find this size of the perfume mist. So this one is going to be the one that you get in the kit. Well, not this one specifically, but this is the size that you'll be getting. This is the texture of the body lotion. It's not overly thick in my opinion, but it does, como se dice, feel heavier than other body butters that I've tried. The value of this duo is at $28, but it retails for $24, so the savings are pretty horrible. At this point, we've seen other duos that have both minis and the price point and the savings are better than this one, so I'm gonna rate this one a 3. All right, next up is the Glow Ready With Me Bum Bum Body Routine Gift Set. $106 value that's priced at $69. You get 4 products in here. 3 of them are minis and 1 is a full size. The full size is the Cheirosa 62 body butter that I just showed you. And this whole kit is centered around Cheirosa 62, so all 4 products are going to have the same scent, so it's going to be great for scent layering. The other products in here are a body scrub, which I actually have not tried, and that's very surprising because I feel like I've tried a lot of Sol de Janeiro products. A body wash and the perfume mist. Of course, it would be so incomplete if it didn't have a perfume mist in there. Oh, my bad. Stop the presses, I made a mistake. The full size is not the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, it is the perfume mist, so this is the size that you are getting in the kit. Listen, I know that the perfume mists are some of their best sellers, but so is the Bum Bum Cream, and honestly, honestly, I think that I would have preferred that the Bum Bum Cream be the full size instead of the mist, because in terms of scent layering, I feel like the Bum Bum Cream is going to pack more of a punch when it comes to the scent wafting off of you. I know people love to drown themselves in the perfume mist, but that's just my opinion. I feel like the body butter is where it's at. And don't get me wrong, I like both. I do still use both, but if I had to pick, I think I would pick the body butter instead of the mist. For this set, of course, listen, I know that Cheirosa 62 has a massive, massive, massive cult following. I know a lot of girlies are gonna eat this kit up. Personally, I think I'm gonna rate it like a high 2, just because of this damn price point. Like, it's basically 70 bucks, and yes, you do get 4 products, one of them being full-sized, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not worth buying if you're not a Cheirosa 62 stan. Like, if you're a stan and you use all these products all the time, you need some travel sizes for when you travel, then by all means, I think I would definitely rate it higher if I were in that position. However, I'm not an everyday user of Cheirosa 62, and it's not really my favorite scent out of their lineup, so I'm gonna rate it a high 2. It is what it is. But speaking of my favorite scent from them, y'all already know Cheirosa 59 all the way. This next set is called Drench and Dazzle Delicia Drench Body Routine Gift Set. I love this body care routine. You get 3 products in this set. The first one is the Delicia Drench Shower Oil. I love the texture of this. It's very similar to the Naturium Glow Getter Body Wash, which y'all know I love. And then you get the Delicia Drench Body Butter. This one actually has a different texture than the Bum Bum Cream that I just showed you. This one's a little bit more thick. And of course, the last one is the Perfume Mist. So again, this is going to be really great for scent layering because all 3 of the products are in the same scent. $74 value, but this one retails for $49. Now, unlike the previous set, there is no full-size product in this kit. A little bit iffy on that, I'm not gonna lie, but Sol de Janeiro minis are pretty sizable. I'm biased about this one, obviously. It's one of my favorite scents from their line, but I am still gonna give her a 3. All right, next up, we're moving on to Fenty Beauty. There's only one body-centered kit from them this year. This one is the Little Butter Drops Mini Whipped Oil Body Cream Duo. These are 2 minis for $27.20, which does include a price drop. Originally, it was $34 and the value is at $48. You get 2 scents in here, Naughty Nutmeg, and then the second one is Warm Cinnamon Shimmering. So that one has a little bit of shimmer to it, obviously, as the name alludes to. What people like most about the Fenty body butters is the fact that they smell really good. I feel like that is the main reason why people buy these in the first place. These smell very warm and sweet usually. Be warned though, if you are thinking about buying these and you can't smell them in store and you're just blind buying it on the Sephora website, I would be cautious if you are very sensitive to scents. The body butters are usually very pungent, and not in a bad way. Well, maybe it can be a bad way if you are sensitive to scents and you get headaches. Just wanted to put that out there for y'all. I am going to rate this one a 3 because these body butters do stretch a long way, and for the price point, really can't beat it. All right, now we're moving on to Touchland. Fun fact about me, I love these bougie little hand sanitizers with a burning passion. I can't bring myself to hate them. I know they are so exorbitantly expensive, but they really are the real deal. And let's talk about it. Now, first up is the limited edition Power Mist Hydrating Hand Sanitizer Seasonal Trio Set. It's a $36 value that retails at $30, which I feel like is kind of a scam, and they just jacked up the value because one of these retails for $10, $11. For the sake of my rage, I'm just gonna say 10. So realistically, you're not getting any savings because this kit retails for 30 and you get 3 in here. The only reason why they would price the value higher is because these are limited edition scents. You get 3 of them, and I can read them off in a hot sec after I open my eyes from being done with this. Spiced Pumpkin Teeny, Cinnamon Gingerbread, and Peppermint Mocha. I don't know about you, but those sound really gross as hand sanitizers. I don't know, I just have this weird thought process that a hand sanitizer should be like more fresh smelling, more clean smelling. If that's not your prerogative, then good for you. We have differing opinions, but using these scents as hand sanitizer feels like a weird sensory nightmare to me. It'll make me feel like I'm not clean. Because of that, I am rating it a 2, but let's still talk about the hand sanitizer formula because it is hands down the best hand sanitizer that I have ever tried. I love how they cleanse your hands, but they don't leave your hands feeling dry or cracked. They really are so moisturizing and nourishing to your skin. They don't leave behind that weird film that some hand sanitizers give you, and they just smell really nice. Let's also talk about the packaging for a second. I actually have one of the hand sanitizers on my desk. I love how slim this is, how easy it is to travel with. Girly pops a skinny ledge. But for this set in particular, 30 bucks for 3, and the scents don't really call to me. I'm gonna rate it a 2. Now with this next one, at least there are a bit more savings with this, but even then I think the savings are just kind of laughable because it's only $5. This is the limited edition Power Mist Hydrating Hand Sanitizer Top 5 set. So these are going to be 5 of their best selling scents. You get Wild Watermelon, Berry Bliss, Vanilla Blossom, Blue Sandalwood, and Rain Water. Also very important to note, I don't think I've mentioned this before, it does have 70% alcohol, so it's not going to be the best in disinfecting, but there is that trade-off because your hands won't be cracked. This retails for $45 while the value is $50. So once again, $5 savings. Very, very laughable. Now, maybe you are one to buy 5 hand sanitizers for yourself. Listen, I'm not judging. These hand sanitizers are damn good. However, I do see more people buying this set and breaking it up and giving them as little gifts or stocking stuffers. That's always what comes to my mind when I see kits like this where it's just multiple of the same product, like the ones with the lip balms or the ones with single eyeshadows. Haven't used this mascara in a hot second and I forgot how much I loved it. I'm gonna give this set a high 3. The last set from Touchland is the Sparkling Bliss Limited Edition Body and Hand Mist Essentials set. So you get a hand sanitizer and one of their fragrance mists, which I have had the pleasure of smelling, but I don't have it near me. I actually have the bergamot somewhere in my studio. It's my favorite one out of the fragrance line. I have mixed feelings about the fragrance line because what do you mean it's in similar packaging to the hand sanitizers? When I got the fragrances in PR, I got so excited because I fully thought they were the hand sanitizers, and I was quickly disappointed when I realized that they weren't hand sanitizers. Important to note that the fragrances are not perfumes, they're perfume mists, so they're not going to last very long on the skin. I do think it's a great introduction to fragrance for the teen or tween in your life. In my mind, they're kind of adjacent to the Sol de Janeiro perfume mists. Now, this is a $30 value. Like I mentioned before, the fragrance mist in this set is bergamot, which is my favorite out of all of them, and then the hand sanitizer is in Berry Bliss. This retails for $28. Value is at $30. Yeah, this one's getting a 2 for the $2 that you save. All right, next we are moving on to Luna Daily. I unfortunately have not tried these yet, but I actually have one in my studio and it's on my list to try. This is the Everywhere Spray to Wipe Mini Trio Holiday Set. I feel like I don't really hear much about Luna Daily, but this is a no rinse spray and it's supposed to help refresh your body after like a workout, or if you just like, you know, been outside all day and need a refresher, I don't know. You get 3 in this kit and it retails for $29. So one of these retails for $12, so the value is at $36. I don't think it's a bad price point. And I'm actually pretty curious, so I'm gonna give this one a 3. All right, next we're moving on to L'Occitane. The first one is the Nourishing Hand Duo gift set. If you have not tried the L'Occitane hand cream and you have dry, cracked hands, you are missing out. This is one of the top hand creams on my roster, on a lot of people's rosters. $26 value that is retailed at $22, and you get 2 minis of the hand cream. Honestly, I would just say to buy the full size because you're gonna want the full size. The mini sizes in here are both 1 ounce each, so total you get 2 ounces. However, for the full size, it is 5.2 ounces and it's only $10 more. Listen, I know people like to have multiple hand creams in their purses, in their cars, and you might not wanna lug around a full-size hand cream, so I get it, I understand. For that, I will rate it a 3. Actually, no, let's rate it a 4 because the formula is just so good. All right, next one is the Almond Body and Hand gift set. This body oil, shower oil, whatever it's called, so good. It's like the luxury counterpart to the Naturium Glow Getter body wash. It's advertised as an oil, however, it feels much more like a lightweight shower gel. It lathers amazingly, it cleanses great. Do not let the label of shower oil deter you from using it because it is so good. It has a runnier texture though, so it's going to be great for shaving. And then you also get a mini of the almond hand lotion. L'Occitane minis are truly so laughable because they're so small. $42 value, but for $33. Honestly, I would just skip this set and buy the shower oil on its own because you're not really missing much with the almond hand cream, but I'm still gonna give this set a 3. And the last thing from L'Occitane, we have the 24-day advent calendar gift set. $238.50 value, but the retail price is, wait for it, $135. For $135, I better be getting some full-sized products. However, L'Occitane advent calendars always only have mini sizes. It's almost always a bunch of shower gels, a bunch of hand lotions, and nothing really of substance actually. Also, for that price, I better be getting the 25th day, because why are y'all cheaping out on the last day? Where's the big ticket item for the 25th? Hello? I don't understand. I don't want to look at it. I'm giving it a 1. However, this next one, Josie Maran, $56 value for $41. This is the Topless Tangerine Treats Body Butter Fragrance Mist and Sugar Scrub gift set. Topless Tangerine is my favorite scent from Josie Maran. The body butters are so good. You get 2 minis and they are the body butter and the body scrub. Now the body scrub, I don't like it at all because it leaves this weird greasy film on your body after you use it. Now some people may like that because it can be deemed as hydrating and nourishing. For me, it's kind of a sensory nightmare. I feel kind of gross. I like to apply my body butters and stuff outside of the shower. So stepping out of the shower with already a layer of what feels like oil on my skin just is the biggest turnoff for me. So my intense love for the body butter and my intense hate for the body scrub just kind of levels it out. So like I said, both of those are minis. However, you do get a full size of the fragrance milk, I'm describing it as. I actually have it here, and I do have the body butter travel size that comes in this kit, but it's in my travel bag and I don't know where that is, so. Oh, I just sprayed my face. Great. But at least it smells divine. As you can tell, it's not the best mister. There are definitely more wet spots on my arm than in other places. It doesn't last very long on its own. However, this again is going to be amazing for scent layering. This scent is the juiciest tangerine scent I have ever had the pleasure of snorting up my nose. Now, if I'm gonna be so for real, I would just say to forego this gift set and buy the full size of the body butter because it is just that good. It's one of my favorite body butters. I've gone through so many full sizes of it, and I've gone through so many of the travel sizes of it as well. A full size of that retails for $36 versus the $41 for this kit. Yes, you're getting a variety of different products in this kit, but honestly, the body scrub is just kind of whatever. This is good, but not great, and the body butter is really just the star of the show, so I would just say to go get the full size of the body butter and not buy this set. However, I do like how this is a discovery set and there's variety in here, so I'm still gonna give it a 3. Also, just a side tangent, I'm really surprised that they don't have other discovery sets around the different scents that Josie Maran has, and very interesting choice to center around the Topless Tangerine for a holiday kit. I really thought that they would have picked like the golden amber scent, but as a Topless Tangerine stan, I am not freaking complaining. All right, moving on to Salt & Stone, we have 2 gift sets from them. The first one is the mini deodorant discovery set. This retails for $44, but it has a $60 value. It has 5 different scents of the very beloved deodorant that Salt & Stone has. As your resident stinky girl with stinky pits, it does not work for the stinky girlies, unfortunately. I have heard many a compliment around the Salt & Stone deodorant, and I cannot give any compliments because it did not work for me. I was still a stinky gal, unfortunately. The scents in this set are Santal and Vetiver, Bergamot and Hinoki, Neroli and Basil, Black Rose and Oud, and Saffron and Cedar. Again, they are all travel sizes. Salt & Stone, I will say, their scents are just so unique. The bergamot and hinoki one, I love that one to death. I've finished 2 or 3 bottles of the body wash in that scent. I have a candle in the saffron and cedar scent, and that smells amazing. Now, what doesn't smell so amazing is my pit stink mixing with all these scents. Now, for other people, I would rate this a 4, especially the people who already know and love this deodorant. However, for me, I'm rating this one a 1 because the product doesn't work for me. It's very unfortunate, I know. However, the next one, I do have more positive thoughts around. This one is the Mini Body Mist Trio gift set. Now, you get 3 mini body mists in here, and it retails for $30, so each piece is $10, and the value is at $36. The fragrances are santal and vetiver, bergamot and hinoki, and saffron and cedar. Personally, I have not tried the Salt & Stone body mists. However, I am very intrigued and I might buy this for myself, so I'm gonna give her a 4. All right, moving on to Necessaire, another, in my opinion, criminally underrated body care brand. This one is the Body Wash Discovery Collection, so you get 4 minis in here in 4 different scents. The scents are eucalyptus, hinoki, santal, and olibanum. I love this body wash. I think I've gone through at least 1, maybe 2 bottles of it, full-size bottles. I would just go into Sephora, smell the scents that they have out on display, and then just buy the full size of the body wash. But again, I do love the discoverability of a discovery set, so I'm gonna rate this one a 3. Last but not least is Soft Services. They have one gift set. It's the Buffing Bar Miniature Body Gift Set Volume 1. The Volume 1 tells me that they're gonna continue to do this maybe every few months or every holiday season, which I think is great. $39, but a $49 value, and you get 4 mini bars of soap in here. Now, these buffing bars are meant to exfoliate the skin. I love me a physical exfoliant. There are 4 different scents in here, and actually the first one is fragrance-free. The second one is a almost ripe banana scent. Third one is fig, and then the last one is a citrus affogato scent. I will say, reading through the Sephora descriptions of each one, it does seem pretty unique. Now, I actually have not tried the buffing bar. I have tried a body wash from Soft Services though, and that one I did not really like that much. So I really am curious about these buffing bars, especially because I have a little bit of KP on the back of my arms. I get ingrown hairs, and I just get overall texture on my body. However, my thought process is if I haven't tried a specific product, I don't want to buy one of these sets where it's a bunch of different scents. I would much rather buy one full-sized product and then just go from there. These types of kits where it's all one product in different scents or different shades, those are meant for people who already know and love the product and just want more of it and want to try different scents and colors of it. So this one, I'm gonna give her a 3, but I am very curious. Okay, guys, that wraps up this video and the body care category. I cannot believe that body care only has 1 video, especially when you compare it to all the other categories that I've done already. The next and final part is going to be all about fragrance, and that one's going to be a little bit tricky because fragrance is even more subjective than any other category that I've talked about. I think I'm mostly going to be talking from a savings standpoint when it comes to fragrance because, like I said, everyone's preferences are so different. I'm super excited to wrap up the series, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all the good, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!